The Meghalaya Human Rights Commission today celebrated International Human Rights Day in advance at the State Convention Centre in Shillong. The theme for this year's celebration is Freedom, Equality and Justice for All. The inaugural session was celebrated in the presence of Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, Law Minister Dr. Ampreen Lingdo, Chairperson MHRC Justice T. Waipai and other officials. In his address, the chief guest, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, pointed out the complexity of human rights and the challenges associated with it. He expressed the view that the foundation of human rights lies in compassion, emphasizing the importance of mutual respect among individuals irrespective of their differences.
Human rights starts with you as an individual. It starts with the compassion you have for people. It starts with the respect you have for people. It starts with basic things like being fair, being balanced in life. So I don't have much to say on our Human Rights Day today. But all I can tell you is, if every individual in this world were to start thinking in that positive way, in a compassionate way, in a way where we can make a positive difference in a person's life, I think many things would change. Now, I'm not saying that all the rights of individuals are being met in everywhere across Meghalaya, for the matter of fact, or India, or the world. And that's why we have human rights commissions, to ensure that it is looked into. But I think we need to work towards it. We need to move towards it, and that's what we're trying to do out here. Many challenges will be there, but we have to move forward. And while we move forward in this, it starts with every individual realizing that you have a role to play. You can make a difference. You can also be sitting and complaining and looking at something and just talking about how the police is not doing their part, how the MLA is not doing her part, how this officer is not doing his or her part. You can do that also. But you can also start by asking yourself what you are doing. And I think that is the basics of moving forward in real human rights for all the people of our society.
In her remarks, the Minister of Law, Dr. Ampreen Lingdo, pointed out that what may be considered rights for one individual could potentially be perceived as oppression by others. She stated that global communities should understand the thin line between what is right and what is oppression.
The 10th of December 2023 marks the 75th anniversary of one of the world's most groundbreaking global pledges, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This landmark document enshrines the inalienable rights that everyone is entitled to as a human being, regardless of race, color, religion, sex, language, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. The Declaration was proclaimed by the United Nations General Assembly on the 10th of December 1948. And today we commemorate this great global pledge to give human rights its fair position in our community. This is the only document that has about 500 languages translating it for the understanding of communities across the globe. This year-long initiative, which focuses on universality, progress and engagement, will announce global pledges and ideas for a vision for the future of human rights. Today's theme, freedom, equality and justice for all, speaks volume about the inadequacy of the fact of this justice being made available in our communities. In the decades since the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948, human rights have become more recognized and more guaranteed across the globe. The UDHR has since served as a foundation for an expanding system of human rights protection that today focuses also on vulnerable groups such as people with disabilities, indigenous people, migrants, and above all, the relevance of this declaration will be a focus on the third gender rights, drug use, and its complicated impacts. These are areas of new concern and require an urgent attention and discourse. Rights, for one, could be seen as an oppression for others. Rights are also guided by duty. The thin underlying difference between what is right and what is oppression is what we need to understand as global communities coexisting in all strained circumstances. I wish this program the very best. The year-long human rights initiative seeks to shift the needle of understanding and action towards greater knowledge of the universality of the UDHR and the activism associated with it. I wish the technical session that will follow later in the day the very best, and I look forward toward its leading valuable insight for the people and the state of Meghalaya in particular and the country as a whole.